Hi, you're watching Fizz, and today you're going to learn about the floral characters of Clitoria ternatea, which is famously called as the pigeon pea, or in Tamil called as the Sangu Pushpam. Clitoria ternatea comes under the pea family Fabaceae. The habit, when you look at the plant, the stem is pretty weak, so it generally twines around a support. So that's why the habit is a twining climber. The root is a typical dicot tap root, but then the roots have bulgings called the nodules, in which the symbiotic bacteria will be there. The stem is above the soil, so it's called aerial. Like I already told you, the stem is pretty weak and it is a twiner kind of a stem. The leaf is not a simple leaf like this, like the one that you see in hibiscus. No, the leaves have many leaflets, so it is a compound leaf, and it is called an imparipinnately compound because one leaflet will not have a pair. See, this has a pair, but one leaflet will not have a pair, so it's called imparipinnately compound. Alternate because the compound leaves are lying on the other side, on the each side. One is on the left, one is on the right, so that's alternate. And stipulate because it has stipules, small thorn-like structure protrusions near the leaf base. And reticulate venation, the leaf is having many branched veins, that's why it's called reticulate venation. And the petiole and the stipules are pulvinated. So what is a petiole? The stalk of the leaf is called as a petiole, and the petiole will be bulged near the leaf base, so this bulging is called as a pulvinated stipule and petiole. Inflorescence meaning the flower, you will find the flower arising from the axil. So this is the main stem and this is the side branch, right? And this angle, this 90-degree angle is called the axil. A single flower alone arises from the axil, so that's why it's called solitary and axillary. Moving on to the flower has a big bract and it has two bracteole on either side of the flower, and the stalk of the flower is called pedicel. The flower has pedicel. Remember, the stalk of the flower is called pedicel, the stalk of the leaf is called petiole. And heteroclamidious because here the calyx and the corolla is distinct. The calyx is green, the corolla is purple. Complete because all the four words are there: calyx, corolla, Androecium, Gynoecium, perfectly seen in this flower. Bisexual because both the male and the female parts are present in the single flower. Pentamerous because it has five units. Like calyx has 5 sepals, corolla has 5 petals. And zygomorphic is when you take the flower, you can only cut the flower in one plane. That's why it's called zygomorphic. And hypogynous, the word hypo refers to under or below. So gyno means the gynoecium. So all the other floral parts like the Androecium, the calyx and the corolla will arise under the gynoecium. That's why the flower is called as hypogynous. Outer wall calyx is green in color, and the unit of calyx is sepal. The sepals are 5 in number, they are green, and the sepals just touch each other, they don't overlap. So that type of aestuation is called valvate aestuation, and since they are together, it's called as synsepalis. The sepals are not free, they are fused together. And look at the last line, the odd sepal is anterior. So when you draw the floral diagram, when you draw the mother axis, remember the position of the mother axis is posterior. So what is the meaning of odd? See, there is 5 in number. How do you make odd? This is even, and 1 is odd. So 2 and 2, an odd sepal you should draw below the mother axis, like right opposite to the mother axis. So this is the odd sepal, it is anterior in position. Moving on to the next word, corolla, it is represented by C. Corolla is brightly colored, and here it is either white or blue in color. The unit of corolla is called petal. There are 5 petals but of various sizes. Can you see one is bigger, and this is called the standard petal, this is the wing petal, and this is the keel petal. So they are pretty free, they are not attached together, so they are called as the apopetalis, and they are irregular because they are not neatly arranged, they are irregularly arranged. We'll come to that a little later. Papilionaceous corolla because the corolla looks like a butterfly. Papilionaceous means butterfly. And descendingly imbricate aestuation. See, the bigger standard petal goes like this, and the wing petal starts from here, and the anterior keel petal will overlap like this. So this condition is called as a descendingly imbricate aestuation. Moving on to the male part, the Androecium represented by the alphabet A. There are 10 stamens. Notice that 9 stamens form a single bundle. The 10th stamen will be separate. So you call it as diadelphous because 9 stamen is present together, plus 1 is separate, so 9 plus 1. And the anther, this is the anther. The anther is dithecous, it is having 2 theca, 2 compartments. It is basifix, basically the anther is attached to the tip of the filament. And intros, meaning the thickening is inside, and it is it is going to dehisce longitudinally. The anther is going to break like this, so it is called longitudinal slits. Moving on to gynoecium, which is a female part represented by the alphabet G, and it is monocarpellary unilocular. There's only one carpel, only one locular, and you will find the ovule attached to the margin, so it's called marginal placentation. The ovary is superior, so this is the ovary. All the other parts of the flower, the calyx, corolla, androecium, will originate from the bottom of the ovary. So the ovary sits on top, so it's called superior ovary. The stigma, see, look at this. The stigma is quite feathery. Moving on to the fruit, you must have seen all the pea family, the Fabaceae family. The fruit is inside the pod. Okay, so that's why it's called legume. And finally, the seed, it is non-endospermous. The embryo, when it's developing, it will feed on all the endosperm. So no endosperm at all. And reniform, when you look at the seeds inside the pods, when you look at the seeds are kidney shaped. So that is the meaning of reniform. The seeds are kidney shaped. Quickly memorize this and comment done in the comment section below. Happy learning.